Picture this. You are sitting on the beach, watching the sunset, and about to take a sip of your freshly shaked pina colada. But have you ever stopped to wonder how that spiky, delicious pineapple juice that makes your favorite cocktail so delicious goes from the farm to your glass? Spoiler alert, it's not grown on trees like most people think. Stick around because today we're diving into the fascinating world of pineapple production. First things first, pineapples grow on plants that look like giant spiky shrubs. Each plant grows one single pineapple at a time. Talk about commitment, right? So, how does it all start? Pineapples are grown from baby pineapple crowns, like this little guy right here. Farmers plant these crowns in soil, and after a few months, bam! The plant is thriving. But wait, how long do you think it takes to grow a pineapple? A few weeks? A couple of months? Nope. It takes a whopping 18 to 24 months for one pineapple to fully grow. That's almost 2 years for this tropical treat. Once the plant is mature, it produces a flower. That flower eventually becomes the fruit we know and love. Fun fact, a pineapple isn't a single fruit. It's actually a bunch of individual berries fused together around a central core. Nature is wild. When it's time to harvest, farmers don't just pick pineapples willy-nilly. These fruits don't ripen after they're picked, so they need to be just right before they leave the farm. Harvesters use sharp machetes or knives to cut them from the plant. It's a hands-on process, and yes, it's as cool as it looks. And trust me, these guys have serious skills. They can harvest hundreds of pineapples in a single day. Once the pineapples are harvested, truckloads of fresh, sun-ripened pineapples are sent to processing facilities. These beauties are unloaded and sent straight to the first stage, reproduction. I'd kindly ask you for a favor. We are putting our utmost effort into the videos for you, and your support is crucial for the growth of our channel. We would love to create more fascinating food discovery videos for you, so please like our videos and subscribe to our channel. Check this out. These pineapples are getting a high-powered rinse to remove dirt, debris, and eat. Now it's time for the main event, extracting the juice. The peeled pineapples are chopped up and sent into these massive crushers that squeeze every last drop of sweet tropical goodness out of them. Fun fact, pineapples are about 85% water, which means they're basically little juice factories on their own. After squeezing, the juice is filtered to remove any leftover pulp, seeds, or tiny bits of skin. This step ensures that your pineapple juice is smooth, clean, and ready to drink. This giant tank here? It's where the freshly squeezed juice is collected and stored. But before it's bottled, there's one more important step. Pasteurization. Pasteurization might sound fancy, but it's basically just heating the juice to kill off any bacteria or microbes. It also helps the juice stay fresh for longer without adding preservatives. Science for the win. They heat it up quickly and then cool it down just as fast. The juice never loses its flavor, so you still get that sweet tropical taste in every sip. Now for the final stretch, bottling. The juice is pumped into sterilized bottles or cartons, sealed tight and labeled for shipping. The whole process is super fast to keep everything fresh and delicious. Can we take a moment to appreciate how far this pineapple has come? It started as a spiky fruit in a field, and now it's a ready-to-drink juice, just waiting to brighten your day. From here, the juice is packed up and shipped out to stores all over the world. So whether you're sipping it with breakfast, adding it to a smoothie, or mixing it into a tropical cocktail, you're enjoying the results of an incredible journey. So now that we've talked about pineapple juice, what other pineapple produce do you love? Comment below the video. I'm curious to know. One of the most popular pineapple products besides pineapple juice are canned pineapples. Do you know how it's made? No? All right, good news for you, my friends, because I have prepared another little factory tour for you. For cans, the rings might be further sliced into chunks or crushed bits you find in cans. Whether it's stored in its own juice, light syrup, or heavy syrup, the pineapples are sealed with love to lock in all the freshness. Finally, the cans are heated in a big steamy process called sterilization, which keeps your pineapple safe and shelf-stable for months or even years. After a quick cool down, labels are slapped on and the cans are packed up, ready to travel from the tropics to your pantry. Ever wondered how dried pineapple is made in a factory? Here's how. These slices are gently dehydrated in massive ovens. This removes the moisture but keeps the natural sweetness. The result? A chewy, tangy snack perfect for on-the-go munching. Some are even coated in sugar for extra sweetness. And there you have it, the incredible journey of a pineapple from farm to factory to your favorite products. Whether you're sipping pineapple juice, snacking on dried slices, there's a whole lot of love and innovation behind every bite. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on more foodie adventures. And just in case you have missed some of the older episodes, we have covered you. We have attached a special selection of past Factory Review episodes to this video, so stay with us and enjoy more fascinating food discoveries here with Factory Review. See you in the next episode. Now, picture this. You are standing in front of the yogurt shelf in your grocery store and about to decide which one of those fancy tastes you will take home. But have you ever wondered how that creamy, tangy, delicious yogurt you scoop up with your spoon makes its way from a factory to your grocery store? Well, you're in for a treat, because today we're going behind the scenes to discover the amazing process of how yogurt is made in a factory. All right, folks, we're about to enter a world where milk, science, and flavor come together to create yogurt magic. Let's dive right in. It all starts with fresh milk arriving at the factory. Depending on the recipe, it can be cow's milk, goat's milk, or even plant-based milk alternatives. But it's not just any milk that makes the cut. First, it has to go through a strict quality control process. Experts test the milk to ensure it's free from impurities and has the right levels of fat and protein. But not only proteins, yogurt has lots of other health benefits for your body. Yogurts are also high in calcium, vitamins, and live culture, or probiotics. Low-fat yogurt can be a useful source of protein on a weight loss diet. Probiotics may boost the immune system. So, in eating this delicious treat, you are even doing something good for your health. But before we continue, I would like to ask you for a quick favor. We are putting our hearts into the videos for you, and your support means the world to us. So, please subscribe to our channel, like and share with your favorite people, and let's continue our journey together through more fascinating food discoveries. So, once the milk has gone through the quality control, next up is pasteurization. This step is all about safety and setting the stage for our yogurt. The milk is heated to a specific temperature, usually around 185 degrees Fahrenheit, 85 degrees Celsius, to kill any harmful bacteria. Think of it like giving the milk a spa day to cleanse and refresh. This step also helps the milk proteins get ready to create that creamy texture we all love in yogurt. After pasteurization, the milk moves on to homogenization. This process breaks down fat molecules in the milk to ensure a smooth and consistent texture. No one wants chunky yogurt, right? Homogenization is like a super blender for milk. It ensures that every spoonful of yogurt is just as smooth and creamy as the last. Now comes the science-y part, adding live bacteria cultures. These are the friendly bacteria that turn milk into yogurt through fermentation. 2 superstar strains, Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus, are added to the milk. Now look at those. These little guys are the real MVPs. They eat up the natural sugars in the milk, known as lactose, and produce lactic acid. That's what gives yogurt its tangy flavor and thick texture. Once the cultures are added, the milk is transferred to fermentation tanks, The mixture is kept warm, usually around 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius, to create the perfect environment for the bacteria to do their job. Think of this step like baking a cake, but instead of an oven, we're using tanks, and instead of cake batter, it's milk and bacteria. The mixture ferments for 4 to 7 hours, and voila! It starts turning into yogurt. Now, if we're going to process just a plain simple yogurt, we would go straight to the next step, the cooling part. But I want to give you a little caviar here and show you what step is done to produce an extra luxurious and creamy yogurt before cooling. The Greek yogurt. The step we are looking at here is called straining. This step separates Greek yogurt from regular yogurt you find in your grocery store fridge. This is done using special filters or centrifuges, which separate the yogurt from the watery part of the milk. For every gallon of milk, you only get about a third as much Greek yogurt. Talk about concentrated goodness. The result? A super thick protein-packed yogurt with that luxurious texture we all love. So after fermentation, or after straining for the Greek yogurt, the yogurt is rapidly cooled to stop the bacteria from overworking. If they keep going, the yogurt could end up too sour. Cooling locks in that perfect tangy flavor and creamy texture. It's like telling the bacteria, "Great job, team, you can rest now." Now, it's time to jazz things up. This is where the yogurt gets its personality. Fruit purees, sweeteners, vanilla, or even chocolate are mixed in for flavored yogurt options. For plain yogurt fans, this step is skipped, and the yogurt stays simple and classic. Fun fact, factories use precise machines to ensure the flavors are evenly distributed. Ever notice how your strawberry yogurt has the same delicious taste in every bite? That's no accident. By the way, what's your favorite flavor? Do you like regular yogurt, or do you enjoy the luxurious Greek yogurt? Leave us a comment below the video. Okay guys, now once the yogurt is flavored, or left plain, it's time for packaging. The yogurt is pumped into individual containers, big tubs, single-serve cups, or even drinkable bottles. Machines seal the lids airtight to keep the yogurt fresh. And don't forget the labels. These machines can label thousands of yogurt cups in minutes. Talk about efficiency. Before the yogurt is shipped out, it undergoes one last round of quality control. Technicians test the texture, flavor, and even the live bacteria levels to make sure everything meets the factory standards. Yep, there's an official yogurt taste test. What a job, right? Every batch must be perfect before it hits the shelves. Once the yogurt passes quality control, it's packed into refrigerated trucks and shipped to grocery stores near you. And there you have it, folks. That creamy, dreamy yogurt you love so much has gone through quite the adventure to get to your breakfast table. I hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how yogurt is made. Next time you dig into your favorite flavor, you'll know just how much care and science went into creating it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Now imagine this. You are sitting at lunch and about to take a bite of your teriyaki glazed chicken. Teriyaki sauce, this sweet, savory, and sticky sauce that has become a staple in kitchens around the world. But have you ever stopped to wonder how it is transformed from a few humble ingredients to that perfectly sweet, savory sauce? Let's find out the saucy story of teriyaki sauce. But first, let's talk a little bit about the origins of this world-famous sauce. Our story begins in Japan, centuries ago, with the word teriyaki. It's a mashup of two Japanese words, teri, which means shine or glaze, and yaki, meaning grilled or broiled. Basically, it's the ancient equivalent of saying, "Look at this glossy masterpiece on my grill." Back in the 17th century, Japanese chefs used a simple glaze made from soy sauce, sake, and sugar to coat fish like mackerel or salmon while grilling. This glaze didn't just make the food look beautiful, it locked in moisture and added an irresistible combo of sweet, salty, and umami flavors. Fast forward a few hundred years to the 20th century. Japanese immigrants brought their cooking techniques to Hawaii, where teriyaki really started to evolve. Instead of traditional sake, local cooks began using ingredients like pineapple juice and brown sugar to sweeten the sauce, giving it a tropical twist. And boom, Hawaiian-style teriyaki was born. It wasn't just for fish anymore. Hawaiians started slathering it on chicken, beef, pork, and even burgers. By the mid-20th century, teriyaki made its way to the mainland US, where it became a hit in restaurants. It was around this time that bottled teriyaki sauce hit the shelves, making it super easy for anyone to add that glossy, savory goodness to their meals. And of course, teriyaki sauce is not popular only in the US. It is spread into the entire world. By the way, what is your favorite way of using teriyaki sauce? Comment below the video. I'm curious to know. My all-time favorite dish is teriyaki glazed chicken wings. Getting hungry just thinking of them. Okay guys, let's stop talking about wings for now, and let's get into the actual factory process of teriyaki sauce. But before we continue, I'd kindly ask you for a favor. We are putting our utmost effort into the videos for you, and your support is crucial for the growth of our channel. We would love creating more fascinating food discovery videos for you, so please like our videos and subscribe to our channel. Every great sauce starts with great ingredients, and teriyaki is no exception. This soy sauce is the backbone of teriyaki. Factories source it in giant barrels, sometimes thousands of liters per shipment. Next comes sugar, which provides the sweetness that balances the salty soy sauce. These sugar sacks are bigger than meat. Factories use refined granulated sugar for consistency. And don't forget the aromatics. Ginger and garlic give teriyaki its signature zing. Here, machines prep the garlic and ginger so they're ready to release maximum flavor when blended into the sauce. Some factories also add mirin or honey for a little extra sweetness and shine. With everything ready to go, it's time to mix it up. Industrial mixing vats like this one can hold thousands of liters of sauce at a time. That's enough teriyaki to glaze an entire city's worth of stir fry. Everything here is automated to ensure precision. Check this out. This computer system tracks every batch to make sure the recipe is consistent. That means every bottle of teriyaki sauce tastes just as good as the last. Once the ingredients are fully combined, the sauce moves on to the heating stage. This step does two things. It thickens the sauce and enhances the flavors. Let's take a closer look. The factory heats the sauce to just the right temperature. Not too high, or it could burn the sugar, but warm enough to caramelize it. That's what gives teriyaki its beautiful glossy texture and rich flavor. The heating process ensures your teriyaki sauce clings perfectly to whatever you're cooking, whether it's chicken, salmon, or veggies. Now that the sauce is perfectly thickened, it's time to filter out any solids. Factories use these high-tech filters to remove bits of garlic, ginger, or anything else that might affect the sauce's smoothness. Fun fact, these filters are so precise, they can catch particles smaller than a grain of sand. Look at that. Silky smooth teriyaki sauce, ready for the next stage. After heating, the sauce needs to cool down before it can be bottled. Factories use a system of chilled pipes and tanks to bring the temperature down quickly. This step is crucial. It not only makes the sauce safe to handle, but also helps lock in that glossy finish we all love. And now, the grand finale, bottling. These machines are incredibly fast and accurate, filling hundreds of bottles per minute. Every bottle gets the same exact amount of sauce, down to the milliliter. Once the bottles are filled, they're sealed tight to keep the sauce fresh. Then, they're labeled with that familiar logo you see in the stores. From here, the bottles are packed into boxes and shipped out to grocery stores, restaurants, and your pantry. And now that we have seen how it's produced, here are some delicious and creative ways to use teriyaki sauce to take your meals to the next level. Number 1, classic teriyaki stir fry. Saute your favorite vegetables like broccoli, bell peppers, carrots, and snap peas with chicken, beef, shrimp, or tofu. Add teriyaki sauce during the final few minutes of cooking for a glossy, flavorful glaze. Number 2, teriyaki glazed salmon or chicken. Brush teriyaki sauce onto salmon fillets or chicken breasts before grilling, baking, or broiling. Baste with extra sauce halfway through cooking for a caramelized savory finish. Number 3. Teriyaki stir-fried noodles. Cook noodles and toss them with teriyaki sauce, stir-fried vegetables, and your choice of protein. Garnish with sesame seeds and a squeeze of lime for a complete dish. Number 4. Teriyaki salad dressing. Whisk teriyaki sauce with sesame oil, rice vinegar, and a splash of water to make a flavorful salad dressing. Drizzle over mixed greens, shredded carrots, and grilled chicken for a refreshing teriyaki salad. Teriyaki sauce is incredibly versatile and adds a sweet, savory balance to nearly any dish. So the next time you're enjoying a bite of teriyaki glazed chicken or drizzling it over your rice bowl, just remember you're tasting a little piece of culinary history, packed with centuries of flavor and a dash of global inspiration. Thanks for joining me on this saucy adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more behind-the-scenes looks at how your favorite foods are made. Earl Grey tea. Iconic, aromatic, and oh so elegant. It's the perfect companion for a rainy afternoon or a moment of relaxation. But have you ever wondered how this legendary tea gets its signature citrusy twist? Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the fascinating journey of Earl Grey tea. Like all black teas, Earl Grey starts its journey on sprawling tea plantations, often located in countries like India, Sri Lanka, and China. The tea used for Earl Grey is typically a blend of premium black teas, such as Assam or Darjeeling from India or Ceylon from Sri Lanka. To make premium black tea, only the finest and freshest leaves are picked, specifically the top 2 leaves and the bud. This is what tea lovers call the 2 leaves and a bud method. Fancy, right? These leaves are packed with flavor and aroma. And did you know? Tea harvesting is often done by hand to ensure only the best leaves are selected. It's an art. Can you tell how carefully the worker is picking the leaves? Hand picking is also the best method for high-quality tea because the plant doesn't get damaged that way. These plants are delicate and need to be treated like royalties. In today's modern world, many producers use big industrial machines to cut off the upper part of the plants. But I can for sure tell you, you wouldn't enjoy this tea as near as much as the one picked by hand. Once the leaves are harvested, they are transported to the factory to start their transformation into the black tea we all know and love. If you have watched the video until now, I am sure you like the journey of tea making. So please do us a favor and like the video and subscribe to our channel. Our first stop in the processing journey is withering. And no, this doesn't mean the leaves are dying. It's quite the opposite. Withering is all about preparing the leaves for the magic that's to come. Freshly plucked tea leaves are around 70 to 80% water. During withering, they're laid out in thin layers and left to dry, either naturally or with fans circulating air. This step reduces moisture, making the leaves soft and pliable for the next stage. Once the leaves are nice and supple, it's time to roll. And no, I'm not talking about rolling out cookie dough. This is where the tea leaves get their signature twisty shape. Rolling does 2 important things. It shapes the leaves and, more importantly, breaks down their cell walls. This releases the juices and enzymes inside the leaves, which are essential for developing the tea's flavor and aroma. Back in the day, rolling was done entirely by hand, but today, machines help speed up the process while keeping the leaves intact. Now comes the most critical step in the black tea making process, oxidation. This is where the magic truly happens. Oxidation is like tea's version of a makeover. The rolled leaves are spread out in a humid environment where they react with oxygen. This reaction turns the leaves from green to a rich dark brown and develops the bold flavors we love in black tea. Think of it like slicing an apple and leaving it out. The browning is a sign of oxidation, but in tea, this step is carefully controlled to bring out specific flavor profiles, from malty and robust to sweet and floral. Once the leaves are perfectly oxidized, it's time to lock in all those amazing flavors. Enter the drying stage. During drying, the leaves are heated to remove any remaining moisture. This not only preserves the tea, but also enhances its flavor, giving it that toasty, caramelized goodness we can't resist. See how the leaves are crisp and dark now? That's how you know they're ready. And before we have perfect black tea ready to be infused with bergamot flavor, it's time for sorting and grading. This is where the tea leaves are separated by size and quality. Tea grading sounds fancy, but it's basically a way of organizing the leaves. Whole leaves are considered the highest grade and are often used for loose leaf tea. Smaller pieces called fannings or dust are used in tea bags, but don't worry, both can be delicious. But, as already said, our journey of the final product has not finished yet because we will now meet the second star of the show, the bergamot fruit. This quirky little citrus is the secret behind Earl Grey's signature flavor. Bergamot looks like a lime and a lemon had a love child, but don't be fooled. Its taste and aroma are entirely unique. Bergamot is typically grown in the sunny regions of southern Italy, especially in Calabria, where the soil and climate are just perfect for this zesty fruit. Harvest season is a busy time, with workers hand-picking each fruit to ensure it's at peak ripeness. The magic of bergamot lies in its essential oil, which is extracted from the peel. That's what gives Earl Grey its distinct floral citrusy kick. Here's how it works. The peels are pressed or sometimes steam distilled to release their essential oils. Think of it as squeezing the very soul of the fruit into a bottle. The result is this golden, fragrant oil that's bursting with citrusy goodness. It's floral, fresh, and just a little bit spicy. And now that it's ready, it's time for the ultimate flavor fusion. This is where the real Earl Grey magic happens, flavoring the tea with bergamot oil. And let me tell you, it's both an art and a science. The process starts by adding just the right amount of bergamot oil to the tea leaves. Too little, and the tea won't have that signature aroma. Too much, and it can overwhelm the blend. It's all about balance. Mixing is done carefully to ensure every leaf is evenly coated with bergamot oil. Some factories even use a misting system to lightly spray the oil for an even distribution. Look at this! The leaves are infused with that citrusy aroma, but they're still dry enough to brew perfectly. Before it gets packed, every batch of Earl Grey goes through rigorous quality control. Experts check for aroma, flavor, and consistency to make sure it meets the high standards of tea lovers everywhere. Once the tea passes the test, it's packed into airtight containers to preserve all that bergamot goodness. Whether it's loose leaf tea, pyramid bags, or your classic tea bag, it's ready to make its way to your kitchen. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, brewing a cup of Earl Grey. Here's a quick pro tip. Always use fresh, hot water and steep for about 3 to 5 minutes to unlock the full flavor. The result? A cup of tea that's bold, aromatic, and perfectly balanced. Sip it straight, or add a splash of milk and a touch of honey if you're feeling fancy. So there you have it, the incredible journey of Earl Grey tea, from lush tea gardens and sunny bergamot orchards to your favorite mug. Next time you sip on this classic blend, take a moment to appreciate all the love, care, and craftsmanship that goes into every cup.